Okay, we're rolling. We're unmuted, so you are on live mic right now. Just to let you know. Okay, perfect. You're live. Awesome. We can get started. Yeah, you can go first.
My question to you guys is, how has it been so far, your experience with this movie? And to add to that, like, what are your objectives? Like, obviously, you guys want to win the league, but is there anything else, in particularly with the community, any sorts of organizations you guys want to reach out and do things in the community, stuff like that?
Yeah, I guess I can start. Yeah, my professional career started off in Kansas City, where it was the very beginning for them. So to see like where this league has started and have no basis before, like again, the end of baseball started like a few years back. Oh my God, where are the boys? League creation. Oh my God, sorry, I'm a little out there. Yes, my experience. So seeing Kansas City and seeing where they built everything is like very impressive, but then coming here to a league that's starting at the very beginning and seeing the standard that it's already set is very impressive. So it's very cool to be a part of a league here in Canada, in my home country. It's very exciting. As for goals for us, like you said, yeah, we want to win the league. I think just building off of what we've done each game and just making sure we're making positive changes to and going forward. So it's a struggle at the beginning.
Yeah, to add on to that too, we went, a couple of us went to the TFC like charity night last night. That was awesome, and I think like things like that would be true for us. Like that is definitely would be able to support these charities versus Toronto, and also be able to like give back to the fans schools. So hopefully things like that will be great. The league's been awesome.
Yeah, just to go on to what they said, really exciting to have the opportunity to be part of the league, to get it going. Obviously, exceptional people being at the club level and at the front office as well for the league. So we have a lot of really good people behind us. Obviously, we want to continue to push the momentum, continue to get visibility in all areas. I know one of the biggest things is that, especially about Toronto, is that we have a lot of coaches and staff and members who are tied to the community already. So coming from me being from Durham region, Marko being from Toronto, we still have those like very authentic and organic connections that are local. So seeing players who we've coached before coming out to watch us here now, the support has like meant so much to us. We hope to be able to continue the momentum and having the players come out to different types of events and just get into the community and be visible in the community. I think that'll help as well. And so far, like we've really liked how things are going. Obviously, it's a start, per se. So we look to continue the momentum as the week goes.
Morning, Jimmy from Playfish Network. So you guys won a great run, haven't lost a game in 3, tied in 2 straight wins, and then you have a bye week. So is there anything specific for all of you that you do to kind of change the schedule, or do you alter your approach when you have that week off between games?
So generally when we have these types of like weeks off, this one was lined up with like an international window. So we had players who were on national team duty, which is really good for us. Obviously, we had multiple players gone into youth environments, senior level national teams. So the whole point of the club and the league is to be able to give players opportunities and like launching pads to be able to reach their high schools. And for most, I would say it is to be playing for your country. So when we have players away, that allows us to, individually focus on items with the players who are in the sessions currently. Obviously, the loading changes from a performance standpoint. We can have players who are getting looks into different areas of the field. We just adjust. We don't adjust our objectives. Our objective is to prepare for the game, which is tomorrow. But we bring in players sometimes to get looks. That's what we've been doing these last couple of weeks. Competition level stays the same. The expectations stay the same. We are able to like give the players sometimes like a little bit longer weekend. So that type of like rest and relaxation and that recovery piece is super important. But keeping in mind that some of our players are actually in camps right now. So the players who are here, they go through a regular training week with intensive days, extensive days, and that, and then we get ready and all eyes are set on to our next matches, and then even beyond, we're going into a 7-day stretch or so where we have 3 games. So we've just been thinking about that and getting everyone on the same page together as a group.
Kevin, for Colby and Victoria, is there, do you feel like you have to kind of put a switch back on, or is it just like you've always been in game mode even with 2 weeks into it?
Yeah, not to be like cliche or anything, but like I think the level of intensity in our training sessions is always consistent. Doesn't matter if people are out for national team duty or injury, like no matter what, we're always making sure that standard is set and being achieved. So I would say no, to be honest, which is I think great because this is an environment that we've created, and I think it's just important to maintain. So.
I agree. I mean, it would be kind of pointless to go in and just like put in half the effort while others are gone doing things with their national teams. So yeah, just maintaining that intensity on these off weeks is great. And also, yeah, like Sylvia said, we have 3 games in 1 week, so we have to maintain that intensity to keep our endurance and to play those minutes.
I'll just ask a question. Did you guys do anything fun in particular as a team or individually to help you reset, like when you had the longer weekend, or how did you mentally reset, physically reset during that longer break period for Victoria and Colby, either of you?
Yeah, sometimes we'll have like team things to do. Other times people just do their own thing. I know a handful of people went to Kensington Market. Others just kind of laid out tan, just relaxed. Yeah. To soak into the sun that we finally have now, which is awesome. Yeah, TFC, we went to a lot of TFC games, a couple of European games. So yeah, it's just been a lot of soccer, a lot of relaxation on those days off.
I have one more question. It's just kind of your experiences traveling now to other cities. How's that been, like comparing the Toronto vibe to Montreal and the other cities? Like, can you speak on that?
Yeah, it's really cool being able to experience like different cities. I will say like Montreal, it wasn't the greatest of weather. No, it's the greatest of weather. But like their fans are fantastic. Like it was very loud. They were cheering the entire time. They really brought the energy. Same with Halifax, even same thing. They didn't have great weather, but again, it was fantastic to see the turnout despite the conditions. But it's been very nice. Like I think it's really cool to see other cities really embracing the league here, and I just hope that Toronto and all the other cities continue to grow that fan base.
Yeah, it's been awesome for me too. I mean, this is like the first time I've ever been in Canada. I've never been here before coming to Toronto. So it's been awesome being able to travel and like see places. It's been, yeah, it's awesome. I love Canada.
Just two questions specific to Colby and Victoria again. You've both been a part of, like, a strong part of the midfield throughout the season. There's been a lot of rotation in that midfield also. How can you just talk about how you've adjusted to the pairings and making sure you guys work together as a team to pull together some of the wins?
Yeah, I think it's like really thing, and her cutbacks always like you know it's coming, but at the same time you don't because you're like anticipating it, but she does it when like she'll still like slice and dice you. So it's cool to like it's nice to see like the cohesion of the group now. You know, as you can see by the most recent results, like I think it's finally coming together. So it's been exciting to be a part of this midfield group, but I think just continuing to learn, continuing to communicate with one another, seeing what each of us need from the other, and then I think positive results will show.
Thanks. Yeah,
Colby?
I mean, thank you, Vic. And obviously, class. Yeah, Vic, she's super easy to play with, obviously. I mean, it's so fun to play with a player like her. And then, yeah, the rest of our midfield really just comes down to our communication. I think that's continued to improve throughout the season. even with our international players, have been like, we're on the same page now. So being able to play with like such a talented group in midfield has been so much fun.
Nice. And Sylvia, just specifically, you spoke about the players. We have had a lot of players leave for international duty, this one and previous ones. Given that it's a new league, can you just speak to how important it is that national teams are taking the league seriously and continuing to call up our players?
Yeah, so that is like a critical piece to having attraction for the league itself. I think the basis of the league is to have the best players feel as if they are able to progress forward with their careers and what their aspirations are as individuals. Currently, obviously, the environment that we're providing is enabling players to become like key pieces of the environments that they're going into. So if you just want to think about like Emma, for example, she is a key player for our senior national team, and that you've seen that evolve, and she is advancing quite well through that. You see other players coming into the youth system. April went into the U20 camp. Noelle also has been into the U20 camp, and Keely as well, obviously. Then we have people like Nyota, who went into her first international camp. And it just shows that the players are putting in the work on a daily basis. The league is obviously getting visibility and noticed by international standards, and those national teams are looking into these pools of players to bring players in, which is super exciting. You would hope that in time that even more players will get looks. I would say there's like a few players in this environment who should be into their national team camps at the senior level already. Mind you, it's good that we're seeing players come in from different clubs. I think that increases the strength of the league's integrity, increases the strength of interest from players coming in and out. And it just gets us to a better starting point. And it allows the league to like grow in those ways as well. So it's really good. And we're super proud of the players who have gone on. And then when they come back into the environment, they get back up to speed, and then we're on to the next objective. So it's been really good.
Awesome. Did
Yeah, speaking of Emma, your captain scored her first goal on the away trip there. From my watching of sports for a long time, I would say the most successful teams kind of embody the personality and the traits of their captain. What is unique about her leadership that you find, and is there a specific identity of the team that she's kind of relayed that she wants to see out of the squad?
Yeah, I would say she leads by example. And I think a lot of girls just kind of look up to her in that sense, just because it's like, okay, she's going to go in for that tackle or go in for like that long pass. Like, I want to be able to do that as well. Like, I want to be at her level. So I would say she's a very good leader in that sense. Obviously she leads in other ways as well. Like, I think her communication is really good. She's very receptive if you're saying, oh, I'm not, like, maybe there's a better angle. She's like, okay, yeah, like, I'll give that to you. So I think she's a fantastic captain, and I think she's able to do very, very well.
Yeah, I agree. She sets the tone for us on the field. Off the field, she's like very easy to talk to. And like also you can go to her with any questions. She'll have a great answer for you. And for me personally, as I do like I do definitely look up to her, just how she plays and how she acts and knows herself. So I mean, she's a great captain, and I think going forward it'll just be even better for me. So.
Thanks. And you brought up Kensington Market. I was wondering, you're in Canada for a few weeks, a couple months now, I guess. Is there a favorite food spot in the city that you have yet? And then for you, Victoria, I mean, you're from the area. I'm sure you went to quite a bit. Is there a spot that you've recommended to the team that, hey, you got to go here?
Don't say Cactus Club.
I DoorDash a lot.
Okay.
I am a frequent DoorDasher, and I also love burgers. I really like Rudy's Burgers. I really like Rudy's Burgers. It's a great burger. I don't think of other places.
They do love Cactus Club. A lot of the girls. I personally,
It's an easy spot to go.
they like to buy.
They let us not serve it.
I personally, I enjoy that they, like, a lot of them will go together, right? So to me, what doesn't matter where you're going? Obviously, they're going somewhere where they enjoy like the music, the food, they're able to hang out with each other, decompress after a match. I know that is stuff that I really like hearing about, just because that means to me that they like want to be around each other. Obviously, you have to do what you need to do between the white lines, but it obviously helps when you see that they're enjoying each other's company on like a weekly basis outside of the field and the facility. So shout out to Cactus Club.
I can talk all day about food. Help Katrine Distillery District, really good place. What else do
Maybe
I
you
got?
need to do a guest vlog.
Yes, I should. Yeah, a lot.
Let's support local businesses.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, what about you? Where you are?
Yeah, you're done.
I mean, yeah, I love pie.
Oh,
Thai, any Thai place. Oh my gosh, so good. I've been on like a Lacoste kick. So good. I went to sushi vegan or you getting sushi, one of the two. So good. I love anything in Liberty is good. I'm a frequent or I frequent Liberty Soho.
big places for business.
Well.
Sylvia, can you talk a little bit about youth development contracts? We've used 2 so far with Noel, and previously in Montreal. Can you just explain what they are and how the club sees them as important to our
So
team?
youth development is okay for any player who is 18 and younger, who's still in amateur status, to be able to be brought into professional environments. They're able to be activated for the roster so that they're eligible to play. Each player can have 1 permit that entitles 3 games to be played, and you can get the permit twice. So we've had some players come in, obviously injuries. Noelle obviously has been on the youth development permit. She's in our environment quite a lot. But in Montreal, we also had another goalkeeper just because of an injury we had suffered. We brought her in. The biggest thing is that it allows us to stay connected to those younger players, local talent. We have Melissa Ketchik coming in tomorrow on a youth development permit. She'll be in the roster. And then also another goalkeeper, Madison London as well. So it allows us to keep a relationship with those high performance players, including NBC. We're in constant contact with them to bring the players in the environments as a league basis. It also allows for a really unique opportunity for those players to experience a game day at a pro level. So that is experience that we are wanting to give to some of those players. We've also had them into our environments where we've seen a lot of really exciting stuff. It just, again, allows us to have a connection and outreach to the community. And then it doesn't affect like a salary cap per se. It doesn't affect the size of the roster as well because they are temporary. So any player could be brought in from Canada and be able to use some of those permits, and it's not necessarily a specific affiliation either. So if it's from NBC, it's from another club. That doesn't change their eligibility. It's just those games that they're 18 and under and still amateur. And that doesn't affect their NCAA eligibility. So if they still have those aspirations or those plans, then they're all good to come into the environment still.
Awesome. Maybe if we can talk a little bit about Ottawa as an opponent. The last time we were in the capital didn't go our way, but the team like really rallied back in those last minutes. Kaylee pulling back a goal. Can you just talk about your mindset going into that game, round 2, and how you prepared differently to play them this time around?
Yeah, so we are able to prepare differently because we've not seen them before, right? So we had already played before we had our match against them. So their preparation would have been different after they had watched our match. And obviously now that we've been able to watch their matches, it makes it a lot easier for preparation for objectives or things that we're looking to have happen in the match. So other than that, it's just been easier to prepare. We still have the same objectives we always have, and that's to play a specific style of soccer and get a result. But I would say it's been good to like take a look back at how we played in that game. I don't think our performance was poor by any means. The result obviously said a different story. So tomorrow we have an opportunity to tell a different story again, and then we can see how that looks, and I'd like the players to enjoy themselves in the match and get rewarded for the performance that they'll put out, which I'm confident they're gonna have.
Yeah, I mean, they're a talented team, obviously, and they play very cohesive, and you can tell that they're a close team. I definitely think we have improved immensely since that first time we played them, so I'm definitely excited to get over there.
And then just the last 2 games were away, coming back to YLS. Can you just speak to the fans about what it's like coming home and playing a game before we're on the road again for 2 other matches?
Yesterday, I literally said to Marco, I'm excited to play at home again. So I'm always excited to play at home. And
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys are.
No, for sure. Being at home is always nice because you're just in front of your own fans. And you know, the fans that have come so far have been nothing but fantastic. It's really nice seeing them show up, showing their passion, showing like how loud they are and everything. And I hope this Saturday or tomorrow. I hope tomorrow that some more people show up because we love having everyone come out. We love seeing that support. We love seeing everyone supporting not only AFC Toronto, but the Northern Super League and just women in sports. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Awesome. And then maybe just to end, can you just speak to availability for tomorrow? Is there any new injuries? Is there anyone coming back into the roster?
Yeah, so Jade is now active in the roster. So Jade has come back into full training this week. Obviously, we're going to have some patience with her. Yeah, they're excited. Obviously, she's a dynamic attacking player, gives us a lot of different looks and options. Mind you, she's obviously coming back. It's almost like a preseason for her at this point. So our goal is to get her into minutes, into situations where she regain fitness. It's going to get up and she's going to get confidence on the ball. But she's been looking really good in training. We're really pleased to have her back into the roster. We're looking forward to that. We do have a couple injury updates. Sonia and Leah both had knee surgeries this week. Sonia had a meniscus repair and Leah had like a repair to something she's been dealing with for like over a year. Both of those are season-ending injuries, so that would mean that we've been in communication with the league and they've been notified. So those players will be like removed from our active roster. Maya again is still on a long-term injury right now. She's also going to be having surgery on her foot from an injury complication from an injury she suffered before. So those players are not available, obviously, and then the two season-ending ones would be new. Sonia and Leah are both going to be working on their rehab. Tough to lose them, but I'm confident that they'll do the right things in the rehab and be back and be strong. And then Jade obviously is great to have back. And then Sophia is also coming back from her injury as well. She's been into training. Same thing. We obviously brought in a goalkeeper just to be mindful of the situation we're in for the roster and availability on her end, being patient with her as well. And then we had the space on the roster for this home game. So it was a no-brainer for us to get ourselves another player in there since Noelle is still actually away. I think she's playing right now, actually. So U20s.
Noelle and April are away.
Yeah, Noelle and April are both away. So Noelle has been playing April as well. So they were allowed to continue out in their competition because the window has like basically ended, but yeah, they're playing in a very important match against the US today, so we wish them all the best. And unfortunately, we have to train, but we'll catch the highlights after. Hopefully, there's lots of highlights. Sorry, you'll say.
It's all right. I'm looking at it now, guys.
Awesome. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Anything?